When we tune the flute, we have to make sure that we start with an awesome and really good setup with our body and our face and our tone quality. So the first thing I'll talk to everybody about is about breathing. So let's take a deep breath in together from the low end, the belly, all the way up to the collarbone without raising our shoulders and without creating a bunch of tension in the body. Here we go. Great, great. Let's do that one more time. All right, so next thing we got to do is got to make sure our noisemaker is making a great noise. And for us, it's the head joint. So when we go to play on the flute, you've been already taught how to do this, but when you go to play on the head joint, you can play it open or you can play it closed like this. If you're a beginner, closed is always recommended. And then once you get pretty good at it, then you can lower your hand away. We'll start closed. Notice that we're sounding great, so I'm going to pull my hand away. Cool. Sounds fine. Hopefully yours does as well. Now I'm going to put it into my body of my flute. And I'm going to make sure that I put it about the same place I put it last time. All right. So I've got my flute put together. Now, what note are we going to play? We're going to play an A. And the body of our flute may be cold when we first play. So it's important to warm up the flute and make sure that it's at a playing temperature so that when we play with an ensemble or record, we're not getting fluctuations from the beginning of the song to the end of the song. I'm just going to warm up real quick without using the tuner. Okay, so I feel like I'm okay. Now, in a normal session, I would probably play for a little bit longer before I had started tuning, but I already know my flute's in tune. I've been playing a little bit today. So now we get to our tuner. So the way the tuner works is the middle of the tuner shows you 0 cents, sharp or flat. It's where we want to be. To the right means it's sharp. To the left means it's flat. We want to be right on center all the time on every single note, forever and ever, never missing. It's hard to do that, but that's the goal. We're going to use an A. An A, a high A, a higher A, not the low one. I'm going to do this a few more times to make sure I'm getting an accurate representation of where my flute's actually at. A lot of younger players have different mouth setups as they play the flute. And so you want to make sure you play the note 5 or 6 times looking at the tuner to make sure you get a consistent hit on the tuner. Seems like I'm riding low. So if I'm low on the flute, that means I'm too long. That means I need to make the flute shorter. Low or flat in the pitch means that you're too long and you need to make it shorter. If I was too sharp, if this needle was going to the right of center, that means that my instrument was too short. And in order to make it correct, I need to make it longer. But in this case, we're low, so we're going to push in. We're going to make this distance right here not so long. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to carefully grab the body in the correct place so I don't hurt my instrument. And then I'm going to wiggle it in. My flute is not my favorite. It's a school flute that I inherited, and it needs some work. So it should not be that difficult to push it in. I had to use a bunch of man strength, which is no fun. All right. Here's an A again. Still seems like I'm a little low, so I'm still a little long. So I'm going to make that distance a little bit smaller. I want to make sure my tone holds the correct space. Okay. That should be it. We'll see. Oh, I'm sharp all of a sudden. Better do that again, make sure. I went too far. And this is where playing with the instrument and making sure that it's at the correct temperature can kind of get you a better result. I may be getting flatter or sharper as I play because my instrument's warming up and getting hotter. Okay, so I've pretty much gotten in the ballpark, but the flute has a lot of really out of tune notes. We need to be able to manipulate those pitches with our mouth and by rolling in and out. Some folks don't like rolling in and out. I actually read that the other day in doing this subject, brushing up on it. So manipulating with the mouth, playing faster, slower, higher air, lower air, that can adjust things. So I'm going to put it on my face, and I'm actually going to purposely blow it sharp. In order to do that, I compressed the space in the mouth to get a brighter sound. I also rolled my tone hole away from my mouth. You also can blow it really hard and compress the lips to make it go sharp. Subsequently, to make it go flat, a little bit easier, just relax the mouth and roll inwards. And what I'm doing there is I'm widening the space in the mouth. I'm blowing lower on the tone hole and rolling inwards towards my face. Those three combinations allow me to play flatter. It is important to be able to do that because as you change notes and play other notes, you're going to need to kind of manipulate the pitch with your mouth. Beyond that, you need the help of a teacher, a private teacher generally, unless your band director is like a boss flute player, unlike me. Okay, so the tuner works like that. The flute tunes like that. If your instrument is not tuning, go to your band director. There's some like things that happen up here in the cork area. Sometimes need to be adjusted on flutes that are old or flutes that are miscalibrated in the factory. Happens from time to time. There also leaks in the flute sometimes affects intonation. So anyway, hope that helps. Good luck in the future. I look forward to hearing from you. Bye.